Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thank you so much for being here today. Today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial featuring the products that I love, that I go to every day, and ones that I really adore. I looked over the products, the recent things I've purchased, and also ones that have been tucked away and not used in a while. And these are the ones that I really do reach for often, and wanted to share with you just a typical get ready, how I would go out for the day. So, and by the way, I've never done a get ready with me video, so I've never really chatted and put my makeup on, answered questions. But if you do have any questions that you would like me to answer about myself, my makeup, my life, 60andMe, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will do a video kind of answering your questions and getting to know you, and you getting to know me a bit better. So let's get started with makeup though, because I really do make it part of my day. Whether I'm really going anywhere or not, I put my makeup on. And I love experimenting with new things. So let's play. So I start my my skincare routine with, I don't use a primer, I use my facial serum. I've been using this now, honestly, for years, and I've tried other things, but this one I always come back to. Growing Younger Gracefully. It's got botanicals, natural ingredients, it's beautiful on the skin, and it's perfect under serum foundations, which is what I'm going to apply today. I also am going to put a little bit of cream on under my eyes. Like most of us over 60, and in my case 70, I'm using my Kiehl's. It's avocado, what's it called? Creamy eye treatment, but it's got avocado in it. And I'm going to just dab a little bit of cream under my eyes as well. Very thick cream actually, but I love it, and it helps with the wrinkles and the crinkles under my eyes. So that's just the base I use to get started. My foundation. I chose my foundation from a selection of ones that I love, but this is one called it's Wonderlight by a company called Radiant Cosmetics. And Radiant Cosmetics is a Greek company. I purchased this when I was traveling in Greece about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. I fell in love with it. I've ordered it 3 times since, and it's a great company. They do ship internationally, and they also are on Amazon. So it's Radiant Professional Cosmetics. But anyway, this is Wonderlight. It's in the shade 03, which is natural beige, and I'm going to apply it with my BK Beauty brush 106. All the brushes I'm using today are BK Beauty. They very kindly sent these to me to try, and I love them. I actually purchased the travel size by myself, and then I went and got these now full-size ones. But 106 is a great foundation brush. I'm going to apply it on my skin. And yeah, so I just got back from the UK. I was there for a couple of weeks actually this time, and it was really, really nice. I got to see my family and spend some time with my grandson. He's so sweet. I got there and we did a little shopping together. I gave him a little money to spend, and he had his little calculator out. He's 14, making sure he got everything that he wanted. And it was such a lovely family time. I just really, really enjoyed it. But yeah, I spent most of my time while I was there on the beach. Edinburgh is a very beautiful city, and there are some places on the sort of outskirts that are on the water, and very, very nice environment for just relaxing. I'm just putting tiny bits on this brush. And so I had a great time in the UK. Travel was crazy. It was very, very busy. I think everyone is just tired of staying home, and they're now getting out into the world of travel. But can you see how this is going on? I'm going to make sure I'm blending it properly, because when I'm talking and applying, it's challenging. But yeah, it's a really, really pretty foundation, and it's a combination between, it's an oil-based foundation, but it's not oily. It's a serum-based. I mean, it's very, very luxurious on the skin. I love it. I really, really do. And all the different beautiful products I've got, this is the one I choose most often. You can see it gives a glow. It definitely gives a glow. So let me continue here with my base and make sure I got this even. Okay, that's it. Foundation is done. Now, I also am going to use a contour, which I don't normally do, or in the past have not normally done, but I discovered a stick by a company called Dibs. And I really, really like this company because the colors are perfect for me. On the one side is a blush, which I'm going to do kind of a corally peachy look today. And the other side is a bronzer. This particular one is, I think it's 01. I'll put the details in the section below. They do it by shades. And this one is, for me, the perfect contour color. So I'm going to put a little piece there, just under the, just from that, almost the top of the ear down. and under my chin to give a bit of contour under the gels. And I'm going to blend that in with my Angie Hot and Flashy, which is part of the BK Beauty brush line. That's really specifically for different things, like a great concealer brush, and this is really perfect for contouring. I never did a lot of contouring, but then I decided to try this technique of doing it under the chin, and it works really beautifully. So let's just blend that in. And that color is it's almost got a gray tinge to it, which I think is best for contour. And I kind of bring it down. But you can see what that does to just gives you a little bit of definition back to the face after you put concealer or foundation on it. So I bring a little bit up around my forehead, and that's the contour. For blush, I'm going to use the one on the other side. It's kind of a corally peach color. They do another one which is pink, and I love that too, but I'm going to put it on the back of my hand to start. This is kind of how I like to apply this blush, and I'm going to use another BK Beauty brush, which is the 107, and apply that blush just on the cheek. And you can see as the color starts to form how pretty it is. It's very natural and easy to apply. It blends in beautifully. So I'll just keep going. But yeah, so I didn't take a lot of makeup with me on my trip, but I certainly purchased a lot. I got carried away, and I've done a video, I think I published it already, on my trips to Boots, the chemist, and oh my gosh, that place is incredible. It's a drugstore kind of lifestyle product place. It's been around in the UK forever. Bring up your blush a little bit to under your, out to your forehead a bit. I think that works. And I just spent a lot of time in there just kind of looking at stuff. I wasn't really looking to buy tons, but I just did end up finding some treasures. And I'll show you a few of those in another video. But anyway, that's the blush, and I really, really like it. I probably will play a little bit with that just to highlight it and accent it as we go. In terms of concealer, I found two concealers. Now, you know I'm not a big fan of concealer, right? Because I know in a million years, there's no concealer on the planet that's going to help with eyes that are 73 years old and have crinkles and wrinkles. But I did find two that I really kind of like, and I'm growing into. One is by a company called Winky Lux, and it's a Korean brand, and it's got, what is it called? Depuffing, I'll put it in the bottom, concealer. And it's very, very nice, and I've discovered that one. It's a little bit drier than the one I'm going to use. I'll just drop my lid, but that's okay. Can you see the color there? So it looks a little bit light, but when you blend it in, it's a really pretty concealer. But I'm going to use, for the purposes today, this one by SAIE. Now, I had waited a long time for this to come out because there had been a lot of hype about it, and it was going to be the best concealer in the universe. And I actually agree. It's a really nice concealer. So I'm going to apply this very gently. It's got a nice doe foot under my eyes, just by putting a little bit here at this center part and then a little bit at the edge. I'm not going to do like a whole application underneath the eye. I'm just going to do those two places. And I'm going to use the Angie, there's a special brush that she put together for BK Beauty, which is for concealer blending. And I've just found that this is particularly a useful brush. It's got kind of a flat edge to it. And you can buy this one separately now. It was part of a set, but I'm going to just dab this in, and I'll show you the difference. Well, it's hard to say how great it looks, because to me, I can see an improvement, but probably to you, you might not even notice it. But I think with eyes that are, it's not trying to conceal the wrinkles, but just the shadows a little bit, this is a really nice concealer. So that's the SAIE Concealer. And I don't put too much on because I don't want it to crease. And I don't put much powder on my face either. But what I do with my concealer, which I started doing, well, a couple of months ago, I think I shared it before, was I take the concealer and put it in 3 places on my face after my foundation. On the top, right there, on the bridge of my nose, or 4 places, can't count, and on the chin. And I also take it here a little bit. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more. You probably can't see this because it is actually pretty much my skin color, but I'm just going to dab it on. And with a sponge this time, and this is one of these Miss Chape, very inexpensive sponges, I'm going to just blend it in. just lightly, not rubbing it off, just dabbing it in. And up here. I found that this part at the top of your face, if you put it up there, it really does give a nice glow to the kind of intersection of your face. Make sure I'm doing this, I'm blending it in. Okay, so that's the concealer. And I never really used much concealer in the past for my eyes, but then it works in other parts of the face as well. So that's the concealer now. You've noticed that it's probably done a little bit to the blush. It's kind of smudged it a bit. So I'm going to go back to my blush brush, grab a little teeny bit more of the of that beautiful Dibs peachy blush, go back to my cheeks, and I'm also going to bring it up under my eye, only very lightly. You can see I'm bringing the brush, and it's bringing a little bit of that blush and creating kind of almost a color corrector, like the peach blush and the color and the concealer. It kind of brings it together. I think it's really, really a great technique. I don't know where I saw this. It's probably on one of the other wonderful blogger channels online, but I think that's really cool. So let's go into eyes. In terms of my eyes, eyebrows, I hardly do anything with them anymore. I do use an eyebrow pencil sometimes to shape the eye, but today I'm just going to use my NYX Stick It Thick It, and I'm going to put that on, just so. Here we go. I'm going to try to do this without smudging because it's quite a big brush, and I just bring my lashes or my eyebrows up, filling in that section at the front where it's fading away. And by the way, when I was traveling this time, I really noticed a lot of older women out and about, and I was just so happy to see that because it, I mean, not just, well, there were couples, of course, but there were a lot of women solo, just enjoying being out. And I just thought, what a great, message that is to the world, that women over 60, 70 are just, we're out there enjoying life. And, all those aging stereotypes about older women are being shattered. I'm just making sure. I think I've got a little bit too much on that side. Let's try to even it out. I'm doing this into my phone, which is a little bit tricky, but I can do this. Okay, let me just fix that side. And I found that this NYX product is just so easy to work with. You really can hardly make a mistake with it, but I can. But anyway, it's all good. So I think that's a pretty good eyebrow application. For my eyes, eyelids, I've given up. I just don't use a lot of powder eyeshadow anymore. I've decided that, that my eyes are getting a bit hooded, and the best strategy for me is to use, I've got if I can find it, my RMS Beauty eye polish. And I use this as a base. Now I actually do, to be honest, put a bit of concealer or primer on sometimes. So let me use P. Louise sometimes, but I'm going to use this SAIE just a teeny bit because you can notice the coloration on my eyelids is just getting a bit darker than it has been in the past. But putting a bit of concealer on your eyes, dabbing it in. And again, I don't use a powder. I just literally do that. But taking that RMS eye polish, which is a cream eyeshadow, I put that on as a base. And this is a beautiful, it's called Myth. And I've used this so much, it's almost going to be gone soon. But I'll put a little bit of that on the lid, just the lid. It goes on super creamy, and it's lovely. By the way, in the UK, there were so many brands of liquid eyeshadows and liquid cream eye products. It seems like that's certainly a trend, and I just love them because I think for older eyes, putting a lot of powder on, not that I don't like sparkle, I do, but it just feels like it's a nice day-to-day look, and I'm really happy with it. So I've got that base on the RMS cream, and then I'm going to put on, and I do this any day that I'm really not filming or going out into the world, I use my Urban Decay Toasted, and I'll be so sad when this is gone. I've got one backup left. This is my second to last one. But I just dab that on. And this is honestly, for me, the perfect, sort of one and done shadow. Now, this particular shadow's it's been discontinued for a while. It's not a light shadow. It's not like, sparkling white. It's actually got some color to it. I'm just going to do this as best I can with my fingers, and which is what I prefer to do eyeshadow with. And you can look on, there's a website called Temptalia, and that woman is amazing. She does, dupes of different products. And so if you're looking for this particular eyeshadow by Urban Decay. There's one that ColourPop does called Snake Eyes, which is actually very similar. So that's that's my eyeshadow. I really don't do much more than that. And then in terms of mascara, well, I've got so many that I love, including Rare Beauty, which I'm not going to use today because day to day, I just tend to use something that's affordable and works beautifully for me. This is a brand new one. I just purchased it because my other one had been used forever. It's Essence, it's Lash Princess. And I know a lot of you love this product and wear it. And this is the one that I'm going to use today. And I honestly do wear it most of the time that I'm applying mascara. So let's put this one on. It's a nice sparkly new one. So let's do this. I'm not actually going to curl my lashes. I'm just going to put this on and just bring it up. This is just like one coat. This actually stands up against a lot of competition. Can you see that, the difference there? There's a person on TikTok. I follow this makeup expert, and his name is, I think it's Sebastian, but anyway, he is doing a competition, the best eyelash mascara or eyelash mascara in the world. And he's just, you know, he's an expert. So he's trying all the high-end ones, all the luxury lines. And so far, out of 15 mascaras he's tried, this is the number one. He's absolutely convinced that this is at $4.99 or whatever, the best mascara. Okay, I tend to agree. I love this mascara and it's so affordable. It's worth investing in. So does anyone else use the Essence product, the Essence mascara? I just want to do it a bit more. And you can build it up quite easily. And I never put mascara on the bottom lashes. I just don't, but I think it looks a really nice finish. So that's that. And lips are finally my last thing. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I did pick up this Hydra Bright. It's a highlighter blush by Revolution Pro, and it's amazing. If anyone uses the Charlotte Tilbury ones that are so expensive and impossible to find, this one is, I've got that same kind of little spongy spoolie at the end, and you squeeze it up and it comes out. And I'm going to put a teeny bit here on my cheeks. And I'm going to just rub it in with what brush? I don't want too much more blush, so I'm going to just wipe that a little bit and then just dab. And I'm not a huge highlighter fan, but this gives that kind of color and glow at the same time. Isn't that pretty? And it was affordable. I think it was under about $10. It wasn't the cheapest thing in the drugstore, but it was really nice. It's hard to get. It's a Revolution Pro Hydra Boost Blush. And finally, lips, as I said, I'm going to use my Essence lip liner. This is a drugstore brand again. It's called, what is the brand? I think it's Just Perfect. And this is one of the best lip liners I have ever used. I've got almost every color in the series, but I love them. They're smooth. Okay, I'm going to do half. Can you see how pretty that is? And just with very little effort, I'm just overlining a little teeny bit. And, okay, hard to talk when you do this one. And I kind of just smudge it in. So that's lip liner, again, Essence. And you'll find that most of the products in my group of ones I've selected are drugstore, but this one's not. Lipstick. Okay, I've got 3 MAC lipsticks that I absolutely love, and I purchased them because I wanted a kind of firm matte lipstick that I could work with and add different textures and glosses to. This is one of my favorites. It's called, what is it called? Tropic Tonic. It's a coral color. It's almost become a favorite more than Estee Lauder Frosted Apricot, which is my favorite. But I'm going to apply this. And for a matte lipstick, it's very creamy and a beautiful color. A beautiful color. You could actually, in my opinion, you could put it on your cheeks as well. You could do the whole thing with this lipstick. It's gorgeous. But that's the lipstick that I love, and I put that on most days. And I have a similar, I have the same blend in pink. So I've got a pink and a coral, and those are kind of my go-to lipsticks now. And I know they're more expensive, but I think they're worth it. And then finally, gloss. I discovered this brand called Context. It was recommended by a blogger on TikTok, which is where I'm playing a lot, and it's really fun out there. I'm learning a lot about life, and it's just a nice environment, in my opinion. There's a lot of crazy, but you can find some very good quality stuff. But this is by a makeup artist. Context is the gloss, and it's the brand. I love it. I put this on. This is the color. I think it's 01. I'll put it again in the details below because the print is so tiny, but it's a beautiful gloss, and I'm going to apply it just on my lower and upper lip, just in the center. Isn't that pretty? I mean, I really do love this gloss. And not only because I love the color and I love what it does to a darker lipstick, but because it feels good, and it doesn't feel sticky. It feels beautiful. It stays on forever. It's a very thick gloss. And so if you don't like thick glosses, it's probably not going to work for you, but it's just got pigment and texture and glow. And I love that. So that's my look. This is my day-to-day look. I go out in the street. This is pretty much what I wear every single day. And hope that you enjoyed me sharing. When it's a bit, oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, when it's a little bit hot and humid like it is right now, it's getting warmer. I just purchased the RCMA powder in a powder pack rather than loose powder, and it's beautiful. It's a clear, transparent powder. Wayne Goss is a huge fan of this particular line, and I totally agree with him. He's a very experienced makeup artist, and he recommends this product. I also, by the way, have their a blush palette, which I adore. RCMA is a great brand, but I'll take this very clear, and just, again, this is the BK Beauty 105 brush. I love this brush. And just dab it on. As I said, I don't use a lot of powder, but when I've got a warm day ahead and just want to get a little bit of texture soothed down, I will put this on, and it's clear. There's no color to it, so that's it. Okay, so tell me what your favorites are. Tell me what your questions are. Let's chat. Let's get to know each other a bit better. Please leave them in the comment section. Help each other out too. Talk to each other in the comment section. It's what it's for. This community is for women who are doing their best to make the most of this incredible time in their life. And makeup is just part of it. It's just the fun thing that we do once a week, and hope that you get inspired by it to just go out and shine. Put things on your face that you love, that make you feel good. If you don't wear makeup, that's okay too. But just know that I love you all so much, and appreciate every single one of you, and sending you lots and lots of love. Have a great day out in the world, everybody. Take good care. Bye for now.